Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is Tyrone back with Tech Life. And in this video, I wanted to give you guys a network update. Verizon has an extreme network for an extreme world. So Verizon has been investing towards this for years now, right? This didn't just happen in the last 12 or 24 months. Verizon has been gradually investing towards these extreme weather cases for years now. Tornadoes, floodings, power outages, whatever the case may be, Verizon has been investing towards this. Now, they are not 100% complete, of course, but they are much further along than any other carrier, so I've been told. FirstNet is the closest to them. You know, they have been going back to sites and adding some of that support, and then the new sites that they're constructing have that already on board as they install the new site. Now, the carrier that's behind on this in a big way, of course, is T-Mobile, and that is still the case in 2022. Now, from what I've been tracking and noticing with T-Mobile, they haven't really started the process of getting all of their sites upgraded to have backup generators and lifted sites where needed and adding stilts until the merger was approved, until they started that network integration process. That's when they started the projects, what T-Mobile is calling hardening the site. They didn't start that until after the merger was approved. So there was a large gap during the LTE decade where they didn't really undertake that project in a big way. They did add backup generator to some sites during LTE, but they were far and few in between, very little. Now I'm starting to see it more frequently. Okay, this site got a backup generator that didn't have it before. Okay, this site got a backup generator. Okay, this site got lifted off the ground due to flooding. So that's what T-Mobile is now focusing on more than they were before the merger. But of course, they're starting from a point of being behind. So they're going to take several more years to really get that standard up to par to where Verizon and AT&T are now. And of course, they'll be much further along in the future. Now, there are some states, from what I've been told, that actually require like a mandate for the carriers to have backup power at the sites. So, of course, T-Mobile is behind that curve as well. So they're starting to add temporary backup power to the sites so they can at least pass the inspection until they can get permanent backup power to the site. That does take additional permitting and such into consideration depending on the site itself. You might have to have additional lines ran to the site if you can't connect to the backup power that's already at the site. Sometimes they do have multiple carriers hooked up to a backup generator, and in some other cases you see 2 to 3 backup generators at the site, which to this day I still don't think any of that makes sense. I think all the carriers should be allowed to all connect to one big backup power. But that's just my opinion. It makes the site look much better. Now, you add all these backup generators and all the cabinets and all that into the site space. It looks like a cluster. You know, it looks like a real bad cluster of a mess. But again, I will leave this article in the description down below. Verizon is just much further ahead, and rightfully so. They've been investing towards this goal for many, many years, during even early on in LTE, and they started ramping that up during LTE. And then at one point, I've been told they also made a change in their internal policies that any new site that goes up should have a backup generator deployed at the site if possible. So let me know what you think about this in the comment section down below. Again, T-Mobile's still behind on this, so I know there's plenty of sites that you're probably seeing that may need to be lifted or that may need a backup generator and that don't have it. So it does take away from their reliability on both wireless and home internet, because if there's a power outage, both of them are going to go down for you, your home internet and your wireless. So I do think eventually over time they are going to get to that, but it's going to take them a few more years and, a large investment to really get the sites to where they need to be to match the reliability of Verizon and AT&T. So make sure you guys stay tuned to the channel. Make sure you like, share, subscribe, follow the social media outlets for more updates and interactions. This is Tyrone with Tech Life, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.